Hey guys, how's it going? Bobby G here. I am on the outskirts of Dayton, Nevada, and I've come over here because I've been invited to visit a micronation. That's right, within the state of Nevada is the Republic of Molossia, and that is right behind me. See USA that way, Molossia that way, and I will be meeting the president, Kevin Vaughn, First Lady. They're going to give us a tour of this micronation. Brought the old trusty passport, get it stamped as I enter. So we'll see how this goes. So my appointment time is at 10 o'clock. I got here about 9:30. There wasn't a single person here. Now as it's getting close to 10, there's probably about, I'm guessing, about 20 people that have showed up. So looking forward to this. Waiting to be invited in. I can see the president over there.
All right, so now that you're back in the United States, I would like everyone to take a couple steps forward, a little bit, and stop, good enough, and welcome to the Republic of Molossia. A moment ago, you were in the United States. Those 2 or 3 steps you just took brought you into our own independent sovereign nation. That's nice, the flag's even flying right now. Aww,
you're here.
That's wonderful. Anyway, I am His Excellency President Kevin Vaughn, President, founder, ruler, creator of and dictator of this great nation. This is my lovely First Lady right here, Ms. Adrienne. She'll be accompanying us on the tour and laughing at my bad joke.
Every time.
They're amazing
Many
jokes,
years
aren't they?
now.
They're wonderful, wonderful jokes. All right, so Molossia is, what did you say?
Nothing.
All right. Watching you. All right, Molossia is what's called a micronation, which is a tiny self-declared country. It is not recognized by other nations around the world, and sometimes that's a pretty good thing. We don't mind that at all. Molossia was originally founded on 26 May of 1977. Back then it was known as the Grand Republic of Voldstein, and I was the Prime Minister, and my best friend James was the king. That's right, we were a republic with a king. Hey, we were young.
You don't know.
And, who knew? There was no internet back then. Anyway, and but he moved on to other things, and I stayed with the idea of having my own country. And when I obtained property here within northern Nevada in 1998, this became the home to our nation, the heart of our nation, if you will. And we've been going strong ever since. First, you just entered a foreign country. I think I mentioned that. So now we need to visit customs right over there. Now, who of you brought passports? A lot of hands. That's wonderful. So I'd like y'all to line up over here, and we're going to stamp your passport. Come on over.
All right, passport.
Passports. If you want to take a picture of it, please feel free. All right. I think I did this right. That is us right there.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Okay, so now that we've stamped passports, for those of you that brought passports, for those of you that didn't know you were coming to a foreign country today? Suspicious. We'll be watching all of you. Yeah, we keep track of those brochures, but they're not. No, they're not. Anyway, so as I mentioned before, we're at customs here. This is Fred, our customs guy. All of our civil servants in Molossia are actually mannequins, because they don't complain and go on strike or take long breaks or anything like that. In fact, they don't take breaks at all. Well, maybe he's on a break now. It's kind of hard to tell. He never ever moved. So this is Fred, our customs guy. Fred has a few things he'd like you to know. I'm going to go right over here. I don't want to block you there. A few Catfisher band. Molossia was going to be in a magazine called FHM, which is kind of a guy magazine like Maxim and so forth. But the article about Molossia was bumped in favor of an article about guys that catch catfish with their hands. It's called noodling, big thing down south. And well, we don't have catfish here in Molossia, but nevertheless, I mean, because we don't actually have, water, but nevertheless, they're banned here in our country because, we can. And likewise, walruses. So if you see any walruses or catfish, let us know. You might actually, on the course of this tour, see a walrus and a catfish. Onions and spinach, because I'm the dictator and I don't like them. So they are therefore banned. And sunshine is guaranteed to the masses. It's a beautiful day. But just so you know, it's always a beautiful day in Molossia. About 70 degrees. It only rains at night when it's not inconvenient. However, we're so close to the U.S. border that their crappy weather blows in all the time. Check your watches. Who even has watches anymore? Check your, I like that. I just said, and you are on Molossian Standard Time here in the Republic of Molossia. That's what that clock says right there. Molossian Standard Time is our own time zone. It is 39 minutes ahead of Pacific Time, or 21 minutes behind Mountain Time. I guess it depends on which way you're facing. We did that to be a little bit different, a little bit unusual, because we like doing things unusual here in Molossia. Right after we did that, The late President Chavez of Venezuela adopted his own time zone for his country down there. Now you know where you got the idea. Copycat. And I understand North Korea has their own time zone too. It's like 1865 or something like that. You've seen, and I pointed out, the mighty Molossian flag right over there, blue, white, and green. The blue is for the blue sky. The white is for the mountains, especially in winter when there's snow up there, because that's where we want it, up there, not down here. And the green is for the desert, especially in springtime when the sagebrush is not quite as gray and a little more green, a little brighter. You know, so come back in spring so you can see the bright sagebrush, or just experience it where you are, however you want to do it. Go ahead and crank the crank. Putting your back into it. That's probably good. Whoa. There we go. All right. Now to talk, you press the button.
Hello.
Right
Oh, hello.
and then let go to listen. We like to laugh and have a good time with Molossia, but we do take ourselves very seriously as a nation. We do consider ourselves to be an independent, sovereign nation. And but you know, it does help to laugh a little when you're surrounded by a very, very large and powerful country on the outside of us. So, all right. So this is Molossia's Friendship Gateway. All right. We are dedicated to friendship, to understanding between all people. And we think that people can communicate, and they understand each other a bit better, and that makes for a better world. And so we built this gateway kind of in honor of that. It was actually built by subscription. All of these folks contributed to building our gateway here. In the process of building it, we dropped it on the First Lady and almost killed her. But I mean, she got better. So, so this is the Molossia Post Office right here. And if you look through the little window, we hope you do. That is Ralph, our postal guy, in there, surrounded by his massive collection of postcards. He sent us a postcard here in Molossia. We will definitely put it up in the Molossia post office there. Now we do sell stamps as part of our economy. We don't really sell them today. There's too many of them to actually, you know, stock and stockpile to be selling on your average tour, if you will. But if you go to our website and you want to buy our stamps. All right. So this is Trader Tom and the Molossia Trading Company, aka the Trading Post. Now, I built this building because I'm actually a big fan of Disneyland, and especially Adventureland in Disneyland, and I wanted something that was themed like that. Somewhere along the line, I discovered that when people visit foreign countries, they like to buy souvenirs. So Trader Tom's got some souvenirs for you here. If you come back by, it is non-mandatory that you purchase anything, of course. This is the office of the president. I'm the president, thus it's my office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here for just a moment. We'll sit, maybe take pictures real quick. If people want to come in and go out, as fast as you probably can.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, I mean, it's really so, time for a tasty tidbit here. See what I did there? So, Molossia does have its own bank. You see the Bank of Molossia, and we do have our own currency. Our money's called the Valora, which means valuable in our second language, Esperanto. And you see examples of all of our money right here. Now, our money is not based on something worthless like gold or silver or platinum, but if you got it, we'll take it. Oh, no, something much more valuable. Our money is based on chocolate chip cookie dough. That's right. We are on the cookie dough standard here in the Republic of Molossia. Who brought the cookie dough? You guys did. That's right. So, remind me, I owe you some Valora here. Yeah, ooh, you guys did. All right, absolutely. All right, so this is Molossia's Pizza Hut Bar and Grill. This is the bar. It's a very popular place to hang out here in the Republic of Molossia. And because it seems like a good place for libations, we've got some. So here you go.
Thank you.
This is your souvenir water bottle. That's right. Absolutely. I'm the dictator. All right. All right. So I'm going to walk over this way just a little bit. You might want to also. So now we're also at, well, right here is Molossia's bottle forest. We've got a little forest here on the beginning of this Trans-Molossia Trail we'll talk about in a second. We did not drink all the alcohol and various beverages in most of these bottles. Actually, what we did a few years ago, we decided we were going to build a bottle house. Bottle houses are common in ghost towns throughout the West, so we thought, well, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And we made it about, we got about 1,000 bottles from a local bar, and we made it about 2 rows in and decided this is going to be a lot of work. So yeah, no. Apparently, big folks that lived in ghost towns had a lot of time in their hands. But don't know. At any rate, we got rid of most of those bottles, but recycled some of them into this lovely bottle for us that you see right here. Now, this is the beginning of what we call the Trans-Molossia Trail. It's a trail that goes all the way to the eastern end of our country and then circles right back over and ends right over here. It's really hard to get lost. So if you decide after the tour is over, you can take a hike on the Trans-Molossia Trail. If you get lost, we get to laugh at you. This is the Tower of the Winds. The Tower of the Winds was designed to be Molossia's first tourist attraction. And the first Tower of the Winds was built out of wood, and it was built out there where the music maker is on the Trans-Molossia Trail. And the day after it was constructed, the wind blew it over. Oops. So the Tower of the Winds was destroyed by the wind. Kind of a little ironic right there. So we got this version of the Tower of the Winds, originally built in Red Square, but moved here because it's a little more picturesque. This is the geographical center of the Republic of Molossia. Right here is smack dab in the middle of our giant country. At any rate, I am standing next to Molossia's Space Monument. We are, see, it almost got me right there. We are very, very proud of our space program. We launch rockets about once a year and do different kinds of experiments and so forth. We have not quite reached outer space yet, but we do have a dream and I have a plan. But at any rate, we can't actually launch rockets here today within Molossia. Normally, we launch them on a dry lake bed way over there on the other side of that first giant hill, a place called Misfits Flat, which is where the movie The Misfits with Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe was filmed back in 1960. It's a big open dry lake bed. It's not going to start any fires and so forth. So that's where we normally do that. However, in lieu of that, if you'd like to participate in our space program, you can launch this air rocket right here. Give it a stomp. You are required to go chase it down after it goes up in the air. And that makes you an honorary Molossian space cadet. That's right. You too can be a space cadet. Apparently that joke's old, but it's something for me. All right. So where are our dashing, daring volunteers?
Who's first?
All right, there's one and two right there.
Come on.
Pretty good.
All right. We're going to go around over this way a little bit. This is amazing. All right. Okay, so we mentioned earlier at the very, very beginning of the tour that occasionally we might have miscreants bring things into the country, and, well, that might be you. This is the Molossia jail and political prison, where we throw anybody that breaks our laws into jail here. Especially if you bring contraband into the country. Who brought you guys brought contraband into the country.
Come on.
Come
You're
on
first.
over.
We already know.
Yeah, we already know. Yeah, yeah.
What do we bring?
Come on over.
Oh no, how'd you find out? How'd you find my catfish? No. Oh,
What do you guys want to take?
no.
We found my catfish.
Dang.
Get on in there.
Things you thought you wouldn't say. All right.
Yeah, never thought that. All right, step on up close to the bars
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yes. Now listen, you're in jail. So you're not
Yeah, hold on
happy
there.
yet. You can leave the door closed. You're in jail. You're sad. You should have made better life
Yeah.
choices.
Make sure you see the
You
first lady.
believe it. Ready?
Thanks.
Bad. Oh, do better. Do better. All right.
Salt mines. Every dictatorship has to have a salt mine. And yes, we do have salt miners down there, even though it's a Saturday. We don't give them a day off. If you listen, you can hear them. We have very happy salt miners. Listen to that. Isn't that amazing? All right, sorry, shut up.
Get back to work.
All right, that's enough of that. So back to work. All right, so you can actually enjoy the fruits of our salt miners. And we have over here these little bottles of salt right here, mined from our very own salt mine. All right. So coming around this way, we have the mighty Molossia Railroad. There we go. You guys coming in? Come on in. This is the Molossia Railroad. There are two stations on it.
That Molossia breeze feels nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is nice. Of course, now that thing makes a ruckus and so, setting that aside, the official meaning of the name Molossia is actually a corruption of the Hawaiian word maluhia, which means peace or harmony. And this is actually Harmony Province, Molossia, so that works out pretty well. I think what we're going to do is two things here then. I have a guest book over here. I would like you all to sign, if you would. If we are a dictatorship, we like to track you. No, I'm kidding. Just sign the guest book if you would. And then over here, we have this cool little fountain. In that box right there, there are some coins. And if you would like, you can take a coin and you can not toss, not throw, place, gently toss, whatever, your coin into that fountain. That means that you will come back and see us here in Molossia someday. So,
You have to pick a coin and place it in the fountain, which means we will return. Your Excellency, I appreciate you letting me visit your country.
absolutely, it's
I
been
really
my pleasure.
enjoyed it.
Oh, you're loaded up. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You got the stuff.
Got some currency. All right. Well, thank you.
you
We'll
very
see
much.
you again.
You guys came back safely. Good to see.
All right, guys. Well, I just got done visiting Molossia. Loaded up on some currency and some other goodies here. And I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed the visit here. The concept, quite interesting. But whatever it is, this guy has put a lot of work. Him and the First Lady. True labor of love. I don't know, it's a cross between a micronation and a work of art. Super friendly, really neat what they've done here. I would definitely come back, hopefully with Mrs. G next time. But time to hit the road and let's see what else my adventures may hold. Thanks for joining us.